If you're a lover of meat pie, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you how to make a very nice and fluffy meat pie. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tina and thank you all for pushing and motivating me. Today I'm going to show you how to make a fluffy meat pie. Here is my 4 cups of flour, my 250 grams of butter, my sugar, milk, my cinnamon, and I also have my baking powder and a pinch of salt. So to start with, I'll mix all the dry ingredients together. I'll put down the measurements in the description box. I'll mix the dry ingredients together. After mixing them together, then I will add my butter and incorporate everything together. When you mix your butter and your flour together, you achieve a breadcrumb kind of texture. Then you use cold water. You use cold water to mix it. Don't use warm water, use cold water so that it can hold the flour and everything together. You add your cold water gradually. In case you overpour your water, you can still add a little flour to hold it together. Be careful so you don't over knead it. So after that, you seal it up in a plastic, or you put it in a plate and seal it up with seal the plate with a plastic bag. Then you put it in the fridge. When you put it in the fridge, you can leave it for at least 45 minutes. I let mine sit for 1 hour in the fridge. So now let's go over to the filling. I have my minced meat, which is also blended beef. Here's my ingredients. I have my curry powder, thyme, grounded ginger, chili pepper, pinch of salt, and any seasoning of your choice. Then I have carrots, potato, garlic, chopped garlic, and onion. Cooking oil and 1 egg for egg wash. So you set your pot on fire, add a little bit of oil. It's better to add the oil bit by bit so that you don't overpour your oil and it becomes too much, which can affect the filling when you put it into the pie. Add your onion to the pot on fire and then saute for a while. Then you add your garlic. You can now add your carrots. Stir for some seconds and then add your potatoes and your condiments. Stir the veggies together, then you add your beef. After everything is set, it's time for you to add your flour. You use 2 spoons of flour. You mix this together before adding your water to avoid lumps. Add your water and allow to cook for some minutes. Then you set it down to cool. You can see that because of the flour added, the filling is not dry. So this is how the inside of your pie is going to be nice and fluffy. It's time for you to bring out your batter from the fridge. You bring it out. The surface you're going to use must be clean. After cleaning the surface, you spread dry flour on it so that the batter doesn't stick to the surface. So you knead this into flat thin films for better results. The easiest way for you to knead this, if you are kneading by hand, you are not using a kneading machine, you have to cut it into sections so that it can be easier for you. You cut into sections, you knead into make it very flat so that you can enjoy your pie. This is how flat it has become, so it's time to cut it. Because I do not have a pie cutter, I'm going to use a reasonable size of plate to section it. Remember, you need to preheat your oven at 180 degrees before you set your pie into it. After cutting it into shapes and the portion you want, you break your egg, which is going to be used for the egg wash. Then you start wrapping your pie. Before I put the meat filling, I use the egg to wash the inside of the pie before putting the filling inside. Then I wrap it, I close it. Then you still need to keep the egg because you still need it to wash the outside of the pie to avoid drying up and burning. You repeat the process until you are done wrapping all the pies. Then you get your baking tray and your baking paper. You take your baking paper and wrap into your baking tray. You can use fork to tighten the edge of your pie to avoid it from opening up while it's heating in the oven. And then you can also use the fork to prick the top, or you use a knife to give a slight cut at the top. Now is the time for you to use your remaining egg to wash the top of your pie before setting it into the oven. Once you are done, you put everything in the baking tray and put them in the oven to bake. You can bake for 30 minutes. Meanwhile, you need to check in between to see when it is a bit golden. Once it is golden, your pie is ready. You can see how nice it looks. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe.